Okay, oh my god, right? This is one of those moments. I don't know what type of moments this is because it's just so huge, it's unfathomable, right? So, last night we just had the Nintendo Direct. I've been editing all of that. We had some Muppets news. I've been trying to do that and all the stuff's coming out. And then I just happened to look on Twitter, just a post, you see Russell T Davies trending. And I click on it, it says breaking news with some little sirens. Russell T Davies to return as Doctor Who showrunner to celebrate 60th anniversary in 2023. Yeah, you know, you'd assume it's just a fake account or something. But no. I can't believe, right? I can't believe I'm saying this. In the year of 2021, you know, Doctor Who has been pretty much brought to the ground. You know, my favourite bloody show, as you might be able to tell, that just kind of formed a huge part of, I suppose, now my childhood and who I am today, really. And to see it fall the way that it has just been really, really depressing more than anything else, amongst other things in life as you get older. Like this, what we're seeing here is just unfathomable. It seems beyond a dream. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, in 2005, Doctor Who was relaunched with the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, which was helmed by Russell T Davies. You might know David Tennant, who went on to play the 10th Doctor, and at that point, Doctor Who was enormous. Nobody had not heard of it. It was propelled to bigger heights than it had ever went to before. It was everywhere. You know, across 2005 to 2009. Russell T Davies then handed the role of showrunner over to Stephen Moffat in 2010. Now this is when I got into the show personally with Matt Smith. Also did an amazing job, but it was always seen as the RTD era, as it's called, was just the godly era of Doctor Who when everything was perfect and it was really popular. And just the best episodes of all time are from that era. Then we come into the Chibnall era, which I don't even want to... There's a large debate as to whether this thing is even canon or not, but basically after Peter Capaldi, what they've done to the show is just... Like I said before, it's just depressing. It really is. It's a fragment of a shadow of its former self. Just the program itself is just so bad. It's so not interesting or fun to watch, which is really, you know, the point. Seems so focused on all of these political things and really seems to have just lost its way and the heart and soul of Doctor Who, really. So following this, Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker have resigned. We've heard that for a while. But then, you know, I had no hope whatsoever. I just thought you'll get another the politically correct someone to take over from him and probably cast someone in that same manner. And it's also leading up to the 60th anniversary. Now, the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, the special, is probably just one of my favourite things of all time. It's awesome. 2013, at the time, that was just huge. It was so fun. And it was just really amazing to be part of that. And I was really, once again, just sad that it's coming up to 2023 and Doctor Who's in such a state. And they usually do the multi-Doctor specials. Well, there's a precedent for them in the anniversaries. But I just had no hope because of Chris Chibnall. But Chris Chibnall is leaving just before. The show is going back to Russell T Davies, who's then helming it for the 60th anniversary and beyond. That is insane. That is like a fan dream. So it actually says Russell T Davies to return as Doctor Who showrunner to celebrate the 60th anniversary in 2023 and series beyond. So it's not just a one-off thing, which would have been amazing enough. It then says BBC Studios are partnering with Bad Wolf to produce. Now, I assume this is kind of his own company. I can also assume there's a lot more money involved due to basically the desperate state of Doctor Who. The BBC have basically neglected it. You know, it just went really wrong. And I think they've finally gotten the kick up the backside they need. Like, this really isn't working. we need to go back, and they've found the king, basically, the original guy who made Doctor Who a success. Finally worked out, you can't just give it to anyone, it's a very particular thing, I don't know how to put it. And there's a new picture of Russell T Davies sitting in front of a green screen as well. But it's just, after the Eccleston and Tennant years, the RTD era, it formed this amazing storyline that wonderfully concluded and came around full circle. Just really elegant storytelling, which was really great. Gripped the nation. The whole of the UK was following this stuff. And it was said after that, you know, that's it, he's finished, there's absolutely no going back. You know, he handed over to Stephen Moffat, and, you know, that was that. It's one of those things, a bit like Chris Eccleston not returned to the role. He'd done it, that was it, wanted to move on to other things. But he is, of course, a huge Doctor Who fan as well, which factors into it. I remember he posted a picture of, he had like the figurine collection, but it just seemed to me as though he'd kind of retired and would never actually go back to it. But he must have finally probably been approached by the BBC, or maybe he approached them, I'm not sure. But wow. I'll click on this article that I've got here. Russell T Davies will make an explosive return to screens to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who in 2023 and series beyond. BBC Studios are partnering with Bad Wolf to produce. Multi-award winning Russell T Davies will take control of the TARDIS once more as the next Doctor Who showrunner, succeeding Chris Chibnall, who departs next year. This is... I'm saying this stuff, but it doesn't seem real. Responsible for Doctor Who's revival in 2005, he is credited with propelling the show into a global phenomenon and making it one of TV's biggest hits, which it was. The Christmas specials and everything, which are now gone, I can only hope that they'll be brought back, were huge. The Doctor won the nation's hearts through his masterful relaunch, which led him to create 2 spin-off series, Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures, and they were hugely successful as well, and running at the same time. Davies left the show in 2009, a lifelong Doctor Who fan. He's most recently achieved huge success with Years and Years, and he says, quote, "I'm beyond excited to be back on my favourite show, but we're time travelling too fast. There's a whole series of Jodie Whittaker's brilliant Doctor for me to enjoy, with my friend and hero Chris Chibnall at the helm." Yeah, you know, he's got to say that kind of thing. He's not going to say, "Oh, it's awful, I can't wait to take back over." And then Chris Chibnall says, "It's monumentally exciting and fitting that Doctor Who's 60th anniversary will see one of Britain's screenwriting diamonds return home. Russell built the baton that is about to be handed back to him. Doctor Who, the screen industry in Wales, and let's be honest, everyone in the world, have so many reasons to be very excited indeed about what lies ahead." Piers Wenger, BBC Director of Drama, says, "As the 13th Doctor prepares to embark on a new and extraordinary adventures, the winds of change are blowing, bringing with them news to delight Doctor Who fans across the globe." See, they know what they're doing is exactly what every fan's dream is, which is awesome. We are thrilled that Russell is returning to Doctor Who to build on the huge achievements of Chris and Jodie. Okay. What are those huge achievements exactly? Never mind. We're going to negate the bad now. Let's concentrate on the good news that we have. The whole thing reminds us of, I remember Stephen Moffat was kind of interviewed and said, "Would you return for a special?" In fact, Stephen Moffat contacted Russell T Davies for the 50th and asked if he'd return and help him with it, but he declined then. Which, you know, just makes this all the more amazing. It's like a lifetime ago that Doctor Who was good, you know what I mean? And that's just faded and faded, and it just feels lost. So my ideal hopes for this, obviously we've got Russell T Davies. There's no guarantee that it will be as good as it was before, obviously with things like this, but we can only hope with the time that he spent away from the show, he's came up with more amazing ideas in the meantime. I think creative people like Russell just kind of do that. I do it too. You just find yourself thinking of things just in your spare time. And of course, 60th anniversary, absolute dream would be for a multi-Doctor story, or even better, I'd say a series, right, in 2023, with each episode being from the perspective of a different Doctor. So imagine an episode, Paul McGann. don't want to say Christopher Eccleston because he's the one thing with this, right? There was the debate as to whether Eccleston would return. Apparently he still wouldn't. But the main reason he left Doctor Who was that he fell out with Russell T Davies, who, you know, then went on to be hugely successful and everything. So the chances of seeing Chris Eccleston are just pretty nil. But yeah, so imagine if you had Paul McGann, who's still young enough to play the Doctor before he regenerates. He still doesn't look a tremendous amount different. Probably the last opportunity to get to do so. David Tennant, huge, obviously. Matt Smith, I think I would be reduced to tears if that happened. He's my absolute just embodiment of childhood. Just the 11th Doctor, my Doctor, amazing. And Peter Capaldi. Can you imagine Peter Capaldi in an episode written by Russell T Davies? That is absolute just fan fiction right there. Because Capaldi was a fantastic Doctor, but I think the writing started to take a bit of a wobble around his era. So that would be phenomenal. Obviously that also implies that if Jodie had left by then, that they'd probably bring her back. But it's not certain. So the dream thing would be Russell T Davies producing a series for the 50th with Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi. Very unlikely, but at least some of it has the potential to come through. And I imagine that would culminate into a 60th special where the Doctors actually meet. That would be a fantastic format, I think. Yes, I've only recently done the first Doctor Who video on the channel. I did say there was more to come, but I did not think it would be this soon. I don't even usually report on news like this, but this is just beyond anything I could ever imagine, ever. This is just huge, like a gift from the gods. It's... Oof. And then obviously this means that a new Doctor will be cast under Russell T Davies. Can only hope that he gets that right, and the companions and everything. Obviously times have changed since he was the showrunner, but I really hope he can just reignite that feel of the Russell T Davies era. Also, Murray Gold. Please, for the love of God, rehire Murray Gold, the music composer of Doctor Who, because he left as well when the Chibnall thing happened. Ever since we've been getting this just YouTube stock audio, boring music that doesn't do anything for the story. Just for the 60th would be amazing because you got all those wonderful themes and everything, but if it was permanently and Doctor Who just returned and was there, I'd be absolutely just speechless. This could turn out to be just all I've ever wanted. I'm just really happy right now. Yeah, so I've had some pretty crazy news over the past few days. And I've been flying around trying to report it all. But wow. So any follow-ups on this, you'll see it on the channel. And all we can do now is hope for the best. But wow, this is really weird. Come on, just bring the Doctor back. Make Doctor Who good again. Please. So if you're also ecstatic over this news, please leave a like and comment down below, as well as subscribe for more content like this. And I'm going to rush off and edit this video as soon as possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.